5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, it's me. We're at Gerty Rood Studios. It is Wednesday, the 30th of July, 2025, coming to you from the Sussex Weald, deep in the darkest interior of the Sussex countryside in Angleterre, UK, to whoever else doesn't realise Angleterre is actually England. So I am here. I am here, and it rhymes with another word that I'm not going to use because I'm not that word. But if I was, I would be here and that word. And actually, I am very strange, come to think of it. So I'm here and strange. Let's just say that. And we are deep, deep, deep in Stuck. We're up to our bleeding eyeballs in Stuck. Hello, the real Raven sweetheart. How are you? How are you? We're missing Noli. She'll be here. She'll be here. She will turn up. Could you message her, darling? Say, come on, troops. We need everybody on duty, on guard, parry and riposte. Yes, let's do some foiling. I think that would be some fun, wouldn't it, darling? So anyway, what's the weather like? Muggy and overcast, and very, very bleak and close and hot. You don't have to do anything to just break out into a sweat. You don't. And then what happened was, oh dear, oh dear. Stupid Gertie went on VooTube. And then I did break into a sweat. Hello, Lord Jim Dandy. Have you got a wrench, sweetheart? Have you got a wrench? Can you hold the fort? Wait for Noli to come up, because you seem to be in blue, which means you've got a wrench. Yes, we get any riffraff, just block them for me, darling. We don't have riffraff. We don't want anybody here trying to save my soul. The Jesus people that you get. Anyway, I've got no soul to save, really. It's effed already. That went decades ago. So, where are we? Yes, weather, sticky, horrible. Next week, apparently, it's going to be unseasonably flipping freezing. What's that even about? What is that even about? It's going to be like 16, which is like a sort of November day, isn't it? On a good day. Oh dear, I'm not heating on though. No, I'm just going to freeze. Yes. I don't know whether that means we're all going to get colds. If it's really, really hot, they're really, really cold. It's hard to tell. I can't tell when I've got a cold because I've permanently, in summer, got hay fever. Yes, it's got prickly eyes, darling. Prickly eyes. So what's been going on? Not a lot. Andy Burnbum, he's still doing what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing because I ain't watched the news. And if I did watch the news, I still wouldn't be able to discern particularly what he was doing, to be fair, because I don't care. Nigel, Mr. Blamont, he's going down in the polls still. He's going down, 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 down. Da, 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 da. Do you remember that? Oh, I used to love that. Nice house track. Oh, I used to keep my little feet padding. That's when I could dance. Well, I could still, but obviously, age and that can't really. I wish I could, because you'd have such a laugh if you saw me dance. Now I'm old. Anyway, I'd make it hilarious. So, what are we going to talk about? Oh yeah, we're going to talk about shit, aren't we? We're going to talk about the eponymous Ms. Hesketh. Yes, her and her moanathon. Oh, me moaning and moaning and moaning, bullshitting me subs. Oh, I'm a victim, yes I am. Oh, poor me, poor me. Poor bloody you, poor me having to listen to the BS. Because obviously I've had to go through it. I know. You know, if you want to write to the king, please do. The name is Gerty Rood at, with the A thing, Gerty Rood Studios, Sussex. It will get to me because obviously I'm well famous. Everybody knows me. So if you write to the king, just say I do think an award is in hand. I really do. I think that's the only course of action left really now. Is for Gerty Rood to be given an award. I mean, a knighthood, okay, that would do, but I don't mind an MBE or a CBE or even an OBE. I love other buggers' efforts. Yes, give me an OBE. That'll do. That'll do me. For starters, we start with an OBE. Right, so where are we with the bullshit? The bullshit's high. The bullshit's high and we're holding on. Fifi's really on one. Well, she's not an actress, is she? The Royal Tea House. Hello, sweetheart. Does anyone know where Noli is? I'm missing my Noli. Have you kidnapped her? Has she been kidnapped? Has Jaws been and kidnapped her? Has she swallowed whole? That's probably a thing. Listen, we're going to have to get on to Tasmania. We're going to have to get on to... Good morning, Hibbity. Do you know they've eaten Noli? They've ate her. Jaws. In one mouthful, she's gone. Yes. They've been over to Tasmania and swallowed her whole. You're innocent. Well, I didn't think it was you, sweetheart. Do you have a royal tea house? Because I do like a tea house. I don't care if it's royal. It doesn't have to be royal. I'm easy. Where have you seen me? Honestly. Yeah, a couple of bath buns, that'll do me, or even a tea cake, a couple of crumpets. Let's lean heavy into the scones. Lean heavy into the scones. And obviously, it's always jam first with me, because I'm as common as shit. And then lots of double cream on top, because the jam holds the cream on. But luckily, scones are made sort of Gertie's mouth shaped. So it just goes down in one. Not bothered. So should we go on with this? Right, well, we've been eviscerated and illuminated by the bleeding Hesquith, whatever her name is. Oh, tedious. Can you stop? The real Ravy. Yes, jam first, of course. You put the thing on top and sticks it on, doesn't it? I mean, it makes sense. And then don't bother with the crusts. Leave them on. Leave them on, because I don't chew. Do you know what I mean? If you see reptiles eat, that's me. I have a tea urn I used to take to raves. You used to take to raves and outdoor parties? Oh, were you an old raver like me, darling? Are you? Do you remember Castle Morton? Da, 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 da. Oh, I love that. I really did. Oh, it was absolutely chock-a-block with undercover coppers there. It really was. It was. She stood out a bleeding mile. Don't tell Hesketh, though, because she's fucking thick. Oh, she invites them in her house. She's that dim. Hell yeah, I have my own sound system. Oh, do you? I heard, what was it? A guy called Gerald. Oh yeah. Do you remember? A guy called Gerald. Yes, Glastonbury, every bloody year. And then all the, what was the other one? Torpedo Town. Illegal ones. Do you know what I mean? Pay to go. They have to pay nowadays. Some of the warehouse dues, which always got a bit sticky. And when you see them, like lately on YouTube, in the wonder of technology, there was somebody there with a whacking great big camera that none of us saw. None of us actually smudgy, to be honest. I didn't see a lot. Oh, okay, that is more than honest. Little paracetamol later, and I didn't know where I was, darling. Yeah, illegal and swap parties. Yes. Did you go to Castle Morton? It was up in Shropshire. I didn't even know there was a place called Shropshire. And what they used to do, the cops, they were arseholes. They used to stand in front of the bloody, or park in front of the signs. And that was before mobile phones, so I can remember we were driving around in the middle of the night in Shropshire, wherever that is. You have to keep getting a phone box. Do you remember phone boxes? And whenever you found a phone box in the middle of the countryside, en route to Shropshire, there was always a big queue of like young people that looked like they might be going to a rave somewhere at 3 o'clock in the morning. And they would just give you directions on an answer phone. It was after Castle Morton when we moved it up, unfortunately, that Mrs. Thatcher brought in the Criminal Justice Act, whatever it was. I had it taken off me by Sussex Police once, but they gave it back to me after. I'm Sussex, never did a multi-ring party. Oh, you didn't, darling? Do you know Stearns? Yes, darling, of course. Everyone knew Stearns. Yes. Not for decades, babe, because if you see me, you can see the only stern thing about me is my strict meal times. Yes, you must do. Yes. Well, we did. Didn't we have fun? Didn't we have fun? We used to dance till the break of dawn. Actually, we used to dance well past dawn. Yes. I remember when there was it Pete Tong at Glastonbury. 1 year. It was when I was a little bit older and couldn't really keep up the pace, sweethearts. Keep up the pace, you know. And that Pete Tong, I think they had a full bleeding orchestra with him. Or was it me? It might have been me, to be honest. Could have been me, but I'm sure I saw a full orchestra at Glastonbury. Yeah, they used to just dance and dance and dance, yeah. Didn't care, didn't care. It was an easy way of keeping your weight down as well, wasn't it? Not that we didn't eat all the processed foods and the takeaways that you got nowadays. Concord 2, yeah, been there. Of course, yeah, been there. I went there for the premiere of Fatboy Slim. Yeah, because the bloke I was with at the time knew what's her name? Some DJ woman that I can't remember. Yeah, yeah, it was really, really good. Yeah. So shall we get down to business, sweethearts? Because I think we've got business. We've got business to do, darlings. We literally have got business to do. What's that one I went to as an airfield? It was up in Stratford on Avon, darling. Didn't know these places existed. I mean, when I got there, I realised it was the home of Shakespeare. But yeah, we were at some airfield, Stratford on Avon. It's amazing the places you ended up at. And a lot of the time, I didn't even know they existed. I mean, if I went out of Sussex, I got a head rush. The World Dance, yeah, yeah. Do you remember Torpedo Town? Torpedo Town down in is it Portsmouth? It was no Farnborough way, that way. That was a dish airfield. They just used to turn up, but it was all kept on the QTs underneath. So you had to keep ringing up this answer phone thing. They'd give you directions, and obviously the police were always trying to keep ahead. I mean, we didn't do anything. Well, I mean, we did do stuff that they didn't like you doing, but apart from that, we didn't do anything. No criminal behaviour of such. Well, maybe immoral, but no criminality. No, darlings, not with us. I mean, most of us couldn't see straight. Not by the end of the first day. All sort of locations used to be used. Well, they brought it into the mainstream now, and they take over Butlins. Well, that was coming in towards the end of me being involved in it. They used to take over Pontins and have a rave weekend with cold cocks and things like that. And I'm like, no, I'm out. No, I'm out. That's me finished. No, once it went mainstream, it lost its luster. Didn't it, sweethearts? It lost its luster. So should we get on to the Hesquith, bleeding wench? Right, well, we all know she's been bullying Michelle for years. Okay, this is my channel, my opinion. She's been bullying her for years. Michelle is what Michelle is, okay? She's all sorts of things, but she's our all sorts of things. She's a fellow creator. Yeah, but I'm old school, so I go do the... Oh, I went to a couple of wood parties. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I didn't care. The wood parties were... Sorry to meander off if you're here for that, Esquef. The wood parties are bloody dangerous. Yes! Is it all right getting there? Because you just feel, oh, I've got a funny one. Right, we were down in the New Forest, okay? She makes me laugh. Yeah, she's hilarious, right? She's had her vibes with me, but that's not the point. You don't have to like someone to go, oi, hang on. I get her. I don't think she likes me very much, but listen, shh, don't say. Listen, just between us. So we were down in the New Forest this particular time. And we were actually doing what's called camping. We used to obviously have a camper van. And at a moment's notice, dash off. Anyway, in the distance, because it's flat, the New Forest, in the distance, we could see the strobe lights. And so it was like late afternoon, and I could hear boom, 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 boom. And it was coming from miles away. And I kept saying to my other half, there's a rave. I knew it was like, no, there's not. No, I was telling you now, there's a rave. So as it got dark, no, not in the daylight, but as it got dark, you could see the lights. I'm like, that's it, we're getting in that van and we're going to find it. So we kept moving through the New Forest, which isn't just the main roads that you travel down. Yeah, that's a sign. It is, oh, sweetheart, this is a story from hell. So we kept moving towards the sound, and we were old ravers by then, but we knew the SP. And anyway, at one point we found ourselves wandering round a girls' boarding school in the middle of the night. No, it was summer recess that was shut, thank God. But it was only when we were like stumbling around in the dark, because obviously no street lights, is there? And I happened to see this sign illuminated by something as the car went by. And all I got was boarding school girls, something. I'm like, my old man, get the fuck out of here. It's not here. He's like, yes, it's definitely coming from. I'm like, it's not. You could, by then, because it was like getting on sort of 10, 11 at night, you could see the green and the orange lights. Boom, boom, boom. And we just kept following and following. Anyway, As we got nearer, we see crowds of young people. Yes, run. We did bloody run, like never run before, love. Yes. Oh my God, what are we doing? As I say, it was during the summer holidays, so few, which is probably why we weren't, challenged, because it was just in darkness and shut down. But it seemed to be behind it, like in fields about probably 4 miles, 5 miles away from where we were. Run, watch it, please press like, yes, like and subscribe to Gerty Rood, and I'll tell you all my misspent youth. Actually, I wasn't a youth. I should have known better. I was probably in my late 30s. Anyway, I thought, oh, I'm gonna relive my youth. I'm gonna get into, because like we didn't do things like, do you know what I mean? Exchange of money. Not no, just got in. Even festivals, do you know what I mean? That's passive. So half the fun of going is that you got in. So, the things I did to get in as well, that's another story. So, within reason, obviously. I mean, have you seen me? No, I was a pretty little thing when I was young and slim. Anyway, so, got there, and you could tell we were getting nearer because we could see lots and lots of young people. And they seemed to all be done up, like they were going somewhere. Wandering around in the middle of the night by now, in the dark, with no street lights, but you could see them in our headlights. So we thought, right, got to somewhere. We knew it was across the field. We could see it across the field, and we could see all the other youngsters hanging around. So these were students and just young people, like in their late teens, early 20s. And they were bereft. They couldn't work out how to get in. I said, follow me. I said, follow me. So anyway, in the darkness, we went over. It's easy, just go over this field. Well, I didn't know the field was a speed raid track. You know, the rough riding countryside, ups and downs, where they do the motorbiking, motocross. I didn't know that. So there was me going up and falling down in these bleeding great big troughs and ditches and everything across this manic field with no lights whatsoever. And then you had to go through a copse, like a woods. And then we got to the other side and all the fences were there, blah, blah, blah. And you could see the security were all going round there. So anyway, I watched her for a couple of minutes like you do, because I was an old girl at this. I was a past master. And I knew by then what they were going to do. They had two, and one was going one way and one was going the other way. So when there was a moment, 5-minute gap, when you could actually pull the fences, between them, and then get in, which is what we did, and it just opened it, and everybody got in. Well, this you think, well, that's the end of the story, Gert. Did you have a good evening? No. Got in there. I have never been to such a load of old shit in my life. And I was so bloody pleased I hadn't actually paid for a ticket for that crap. We got in. There was girls running around in bloody fairy bloody wings, right? No paracetamols whatsoever. They could have all done with the bloody paracetamol. They all had their mums with them. Oh, Mum. I mean, it was a proper soft-ass load of old shite. Nobody could dance. Well, there's a couple of young guys that could dance, obviously, because being a woman, you notice the guys that could dance well. There was only a couple of them, but they had various sort of little stages and little marquees where there's roots and this and that going on, and the happy house and something else. But they all had their bloody mothers with them. And they were like, Mum. And they were all running around like little fairy wings. They're grown, like 18, 19, 20-year-olds in fairy bloody wings. I'm like, grow up. Christ's sake. Do you know what? It took us an hour and a half to break out. It must have took me about 20 minutes to get in. An hour and a half it took us to break out of that shit house. Never again. I won't do that again. Good morning, Christina. Yes, so that's one of my stories. Awful place. So if you ever hear of a rave going on in the New Forest, take it from Gerty Rood. Do not go there. We've still got no Noli. Ravy, have you contacted Noli for me? Yeah, it was an awful place. Yeah. Oh, obviously they weren't going to let us go out the bleeding fence, so they knew we were on it because they'd found the gap by then. Because once you get in, you don't care, do you? You just get in. That's the mission. So they'd found the gap for extra patrol in that bit, and we couldn't get out, and then we had to go back over this field that was actually a motocross freaking field. And I say field, but it wasn't. It was like a course. Stupid bitch. And the next morning when I woke up in the camper van, I was absolutely mudded up to the eyeballs. Sent the bat signal. Well done, darling. Right. Should we get on with what we're all gathered here? We're gathered here. The congregation, Gerty Rood, church. The church of Gerty Rood. Yes, we're going to have a look at the Bleeding Hesquith. So, where were we? So sorry, I distracted you, but the story is so funny. Yeah, I got other ones as well. Honestly, you know, the hijinks you get up to, because you're just determined to get in. It didn't matter how you got in, as long as you got in. I remember doing that at Reading Festival when I was a lot younger. And yeah, that was interesting. That was impenetrable. That Reading Festival was absolutely impenetrable unless you paid somebody a backhander, which got me in without a problem. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. Um, Another one was Glastonbury when, oh, what year was it? Must have been 91 when the Stone Roses were playing. And everybody was there. Hillary, good morning, troops. You're on parade, sweetheart. Well, you don't need to apologise here. Chap blames me for sending you sideways. Right. Anyway, the Stone Roses were on and we got in again by a backhander. I won't tell you who was doing security because it could be considered racist. Right. So, I'm going to play you in audio under the fair use review, critique, and whatever commentary. This load of old bloody hooey from the whatever her name is, Hesquith. Diary of a Fugitive. So right off the back, you can make your own mind up. This is Diary of a Fugitive, which gives you the idea that she's a bit of a frickin' wrong'un. Anybody that is proud of calling themselves a fugitive is a bloody wrong'un, crimfluencer in chief. So let's just listen to this. Oh my God, I'd much rather talk about raves now. I'm back there, honestly, and it was always sunny as well. It was always nice. Nobody worried about eating. No, bottle of water, that was all you needed. So, and then you'd all hit Greg's on the way home, wouldn't you? Or Mackie D's, the first Mackie D's, or the first service station with a proper toilet. Oh my God, that was a must. Right, let's go. Let's listen to this old boot.
She actually does look like that. Do you want to hear?
She doesn't.
Do you want to hear on a bad day?
She doesn't.
Are you ready for this?
No, we're not ready. We don't care. And that she doesn't look like that at any time at all. You've edited that photograph. All of them have been edited. You're a wrong and you're a right nasty, bitter old bat. You're only a couple of years younger than me, darling, and I'm knocking 64. Grow up and leave the young girl alone, right? I've got children that are her age. They are my children, okay? She is the same age as my children. Just because you battered up old boot, didn't have yours until God knows when. And she's going to go on about, oh, she did the thingy of a skeleton. Right, we're going to get onto that, aren't we? Listen, you old lush. You said you forgave her for that. And when you give your word, I know you don't adult. I know you're in your own little mental, I want to suck on Foss's doodah. Poo-poo, whatever it is he does. Yeah, which is where her raison d'etre is. Let's have it right. Yeah, this is her bullshit. She's absolutely... MobTube doesn't care. I hope they don't. She thought she would get more attention from MobTube. She's after anyway. Did you see the back fat going on? I didn't want to be a bitch and bring that up. I thought to myself, don't be a bitch. I was walking the dog. I thought, don't be a bitch and bring up the back fat. But we did have the slash crop top the other week, didn't we? Didn't we have the slash crop top? Oh, look at me. I'm 12/13 with no boobs and I've got a slash crop top on, or what is it, alternate. She looked like a right old cabbage in that. This one, I don't know what she's done up with her man hands flailing all over the place. And then all the back fat dripping out. I'm like, listen, you got no biceps. You got your back fat dripping out. You ain't what you're supposed to be. You're not Michelle, okay? You're not 25 years younger or whatever it is. Old boot. How old is that whole thing? It's got to be 58, 60 every day of the week, that old thing. Well, Ravy, yeah. Right, so should we go on with this? Oh my God. Do you know what? I'm doing this for you. I want some sympathy. I need it.
Because I've had to work with YouTube through some of this stuff. Some of the material I'm going to show you tonight.
Right, now we'll stop you there because that's a lie and that didn't happen. You did not have to work with YouTube with that. You don't prior work with YouTube. You post something and they might flag it, but you don't get onto YouTube and go, YouTube, can I put this up? And they go, yes or no. I'm a big bad yardie. Oh, I like it. I love a nice yardie. Right, where are we? So that didn't happen. She's full of bullshit. So he's trying to make it, oh, me and YouTube, we're like BFFs. You're not. They don't care. Go.
Is really, really shocking.
No, it's not.
As shit. And was restricted by YouTube.
No, it wasn't.
And then I explained the context and YouTube removed the restrictions. You should just have a look.
That didn't happen either. Because you're doing this live. Oh, remove the content. It's restricted. How did that happen when you're doing it now live? Unless you've posted a video and it's gone through the processing through your studio and they process it and decide whether they're going to put it up or not. I don't know what it's called. Because it's uploaded first, then processing begins where it's reviewed. By algorithms, they might have picked up a word on it. But she's doing this live. So how are they? Oh, look. I'm that famous. They're literally at me beck and call. They're at me beck and call. Go.
Just get warmed up on this. But 1 minute to go.
Hold up, Alex. Hold up.
Yeah, I'm letting you speak. So I don't know what's going on.
Somebody don't strike me, boy. No, I can't put his shit up. I can't put his shit up. But I want to show you the thumbnail. I'm going to show you the thumbnail.
Right, so she's showing this piece, playing this piece, to let her people, her willing dupes, her blind, demented, senile, gullible, muggy, mods, whatever it is, subs, viewers, that believe her BS, yeah. Oh, look, she'll tell you at the end, look how mental she is. That was taken from when you broke her. That piece of audio was taken from a few weeks ago when she had a fucking breakdown. I mean, she'll probably say, no, I didn't have a breakdown. She probably didn't. But my opinion, she broke down. She wasn't the Michelle we're used to. I felt so fucking sorry for the poor girl, right? I thought it was absolutely atrocious to drive somebody to the point where they're sobbing and also overcompensating. She was very garrulous. She was trying to hold her end up. She was trying to butt it out, as she's entitled to do. She's entitled to do what the flip she wants on her own channel, Hesketh. Do you get me, you old boot?
Ow! Fuck you!
Yes, she did. Oh, she sat here. Have you seen this? She's trying to look like the Bond villain, isn't she? Mr. No or whatever, Dr. No, some bullshit she's trying to look. I think I'll parody her later and give you an idea. So, yeah, especially if the weather breaks. It's much easier if the weather breaks. It's just too hot at the moment. She was just broken. She was more broken with what had happened between her and Mr. Eric. Because the thing is, what they've got going on between them is their business. It comes under nothing effing to do with you, Hesketh, you old woman, you old age pensioner. Nothing, underlined 3 times, to do with you. Literally less than nothing to do with you. Bond villains always have cats too, yeah. Oh, bloody cat. Expect he's run away, that old boot. Their business is their business. They've got a very complex, interwoven, and long time, what would you call it? What would you call it? Something going on. Dynamic is the word. We've probably all had relationships like this. I know I have with men in my past when I was younger. I've had relationships like that. You love them, you hate them, you hate them, you love them, but you can't help loving them and can't help hating them, right? That is their business. No matter what she is, she's American. She's one of them. She's not one of us. We're treated to her, but she's part of their culture. Whatever we think of MobTube, and I don't know what I think of MobTube because I try not to listen to them, they're American and they all are the same culture. Nothing to do with the boat bag. Come on, boat bag. Yeah, get on with it. Yeah, she's doing all the... You should be ashamed of yourself that you broke her to that level. When she's getting on there, she's trying to brazen it out. She did the same to me. She broke me. She's an old boot. She's broke everyone. She broke Russell Green. He wanted to kill himself. She broke... who else? Oh, so many bloody people. Molly, look what she did to Molly. She never left off Molly. So let's go and find out what the boat bag is moaning about.
You can't.
Yeah, shut up.
We're going to come to that later.
Yeah, we're going to come to that
In
later.
meticulous detail.
Right.
To those who had
Actually have cancer, Fiona.
Well, Graham did actually have cancer, Michelle.
She says with a 4-foot bleeding fag hanging out its gob. This all goes back to the fact that people don't realise that all of this came off of, yeah, she will. This all came out of X, where Team Atalanta was up against Team Fiona, right? She's going to say later on, oh, do I look like the person that needs sock accounts? Yes, you have got so many freaking sock accounts. I don't know why they don't call you Marks and Spencers. There you go. That's how many bloody socks you've got. Actually, in your case, Primark. Yeah, the cheap section, love. Do you want me to read out all your bleeding sock accounts on it? Absolutely atrocious. Yeah, what was it? Absolutely boring. Pretty little bling. And those are only 3 off the top of my head. I know you've got loads more. Yeah? You're wrongin'.
Because you know what I think it is?
I don't know. I don't care. Go on. Hurry up.
I think
Go
that
on.
she trolled him all the way through diagnosis,
Right.
chemo,
Yes.
surgery. I think that when he actually died, she was so fucking embarrassed and fearful
No.
that she'd been trolling and he really did have cancer. She was in
Well, this came out of X when everybody was saying that. It wasn't just her. So she was on X in Team Atalanta, doing her Team Atalanta stuff, being led astray like they all were. So summer 24 on the 1st of July, that whole little coven busted up. They'd all realised that they'd been led astray. Remind you here that Michelle was part of Team Atalanta. Yes, darling. Yes, this is where I am. Yeah, she was part of Team Atalanta. So, I mean, being an American, this is an English argument. She was somehow in this melange of what was going on Team Atalanta. But it was her that, well, no, I'm not going to say because it's neither here nor there. But, so, Hesketh was over there causing a load of shite, yeah? And then coming onto YouTube and boo-hooing into her iPhone for the clicks and shits and revenue about what people were saying on X, which she was on there herself. She was on there stalking people. She was on there in sock accounts. She was on there making all sorts of slurs and making me believe that this particular account, this absolutely atrocious account, was a real victim and a real victim of RG that he'd been inappropriate with, let's say. And because I was a newbie, now I don't even go on X, but because I was a newbie, I bloody believed it. I'm a lot more savvy tech-wise. I actually believed it. Oh, hello, you're here. Oh, thank God you're here. Nola. Hosanna, Hosanna, Sana. Nola's here. Thank God. Oh, I was like a duck paddling backwards underneath the thing because I got to watch the chat. Yeah, so this was what was going on. So she came over from X. Yeah, telling everybody what's happening. She's such a victim at the time, if you go back, yeah. Hesketh's allowed to do that. Michelle's not allowed to do that. She's not allowed to go on X and then come over on YouTube and say her opinions. Bring her opinions from X onto YouTube. Is it appropriate? I don't know. I don't care. What am I? In charge of bleeding manners? I don't care. This is the fact. This is what happened. I did remember... Oh, did Ravy send you a message? Gerty in chat listening whilst making dinner. Sandra. Hello, Sandra. Hello, making dinner. Sorry, babe. Honestly, I've got to stand on business now, and I, geezer. I've got to stand on business. Right, let's get on with this load of hooey. Come on.
Ireland. She didn't want to believe that he'd actually died. She didn't want to believe that he actually had cancer because it's just such a...
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, I got the bloody chat thread, and you used to spend hour upon hour, sometimes twice a day for 2 hours at a time, on the phone, okay, talking to another creator, let's just say loosely a UK creator of the opposite sex. That's what you used to do, so stop going on like you were Mother Teresa, because you bloody well weren't, love. You'd made your bed and more or less moved on, hadn't you, love? Yes, you had, and you're not going to like me saying that, but that's the truth, and even I spotted that. People in bloody America spotted it. People, everybody, they were like on the live when that happened. They're like, oh, are you going to kiss so-and-so? I mean, hello, he weren't even cold up the bloody road and you were there flirting, you old malt. So stop. No one cares.
goddamn awful look, isn't it?
You're
and that's
awful.
a hell of a scam to run, Fiona. A hell of a scam.
Oh yeah, it's all a scam, Michelle, because with it.
Oh, well, it was a bloody scam. It was a scam. And that's what she's not going to like you knowing. She's not going to like you knowing that was a
Let's carry on
scam.
with it.
Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button.
Everybody welcome Paul to M, please. Yay!
Oh, this is good.
Hello. Oh, there you are. There you are.
Right.
Sorry. Okay.
Hello. Happy Mother's Day to the beautiful warrior mother.
Oh,
Fiona
thank you.
and Molly are going at it. Well, Molly's destroying her.
Right.
Why is that funny?
Because it's you and you're a fucking old boot. That's why, love. And they all sort of have each other's backs. I mean, I know Paula's Canadian, isn't she? But they're over in that hemisphere, and we're over here in our hemisphere. Is it a hemisphere? God knows. Anyway, and they've got each other's back. And I'll tell you what's happened. I'll tell you what's happened for nothing, right? She is so butthurt. So butthurt that a massive creator like Paula could possibly like Michelle. That is where we are. If you strip away all her vitriol and all her bleeding excuses, that is where we are. Come on,
I
Menace.
thought she didn't know who I was. Well, we'll carry on.
She didn't know who you were. She knows you as Avid Gardner. So someone calls you Fiona. In your head, you're like a legend in your own lunch hour, aren't you, love? Oh, I can't believe I missed half an hour. Oh, it was a good half an hour to miss, darling. You didn't miss anything important. You didn't. Only the Hesketh whining on. And me talking about all my misspent youth. Really? And actually, 30s. To be fair, on one occasion.
So Molly is destroying her right now, so they need a big diversion.
Oh.
Right. Now, this is something this mental patient.
I love Molly. I absolutely love Molly. Have any of you seen Molly when she took apart the Sidley twins? Oh my God, it was so funny. It was so fucking funny. If you haven't watched it, please go over to Molly and scroll down and find when she takes apart. Was it she calls them concubines? I think we've been here before. Oh, I couldn't stop laughing. I played it about 3 times. It was so hilarious. Gerty Rood's not a nice person. It's silly to keep adoring her. I don't adore her. She doesn't like me and I don't like her. No. What is she? Do you have to be a nice person before it's okay to be bullied? Is that where we are? Molly is hysterical when she gets going. Is that where we are? You have to be a nice person by what standards? By your opinion, my opinion, whose opinion? But I tell you who's the even worse person, and that's Fifarina. And if people can't see who and what she is, I can't help you. You're probably on the wrong channel, sweetheart. Diddly do 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 do. Dee da do 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 dee da da do. To go Gertie speak later. Yes, yeah, that's okay. You can catch it up later. Yeah. Is that where we are? That you have to actually like someone? So I'm walking down the road and I see someone being attacked and maybe mugged, but I don't like them, so I don't care. Is that where we are? Michelle bullied me and others who were not content creators, viewers on mods for the people she hated. That's true. She bullied me. She couldn't get through a show without going, Gerty Rood, Gerty Rood. But like I was going to do that. What's it? What did I do? Resputia Vulgaris parody. Oh, for about a year, and I kept holding off. People kept saying do it, and I was like holding off, thinking no, because she's going to take it wrong. Because underneath her bravado, she's actually quite thin-skinned. She lacks confidence, right? And she ballses it out. She's an American. She's a Yank, so she gives it all the Johnny Big Balls. But really, she's quite. Hello, Debbie loves crafts. I love Debbie loves crafts. People that call Debbie and I like crafts. Depends on the strain of the smoke. Yeah, well, there's that to it. That is the problem with her. I think also she's been going through this dynamic with Eric. That this old malt here has got herself involved from the flag waving competition they had. That it's nothing to do with us. All right, we've heard opinions from Eric. We've heard opinions from Michelle. We've heard opinions from the Hesketh. Yeah? It's nothing to do with us. They had some sort of flag thingy fight that nobody cares about. I mean, I don't. And this and that happened. Again, none of my business. Still don't care. And this old boat bin over here sent her $800, which is like 400 quid in our money. Sent him, not her, him, Eric, because she broke her leg. Now, I'm going to talk out of school because I can remember when I was in air quotes friends with the Hesquef. She told me that Misha was a nutcase that goes around telling people she's related to Diana Spencer. She'd say I'm a liar, but you can either believe me or believe her. Why would I make that up? Got no reason to. I've got enough on her without making up something left field like that. So when she always says she's never heard of her, she didn't know who she was. She did. She did. She used to watch her all the time and then complain about her. Right, where are we? Hippity, I ended up breaking down and deleting my YouTube account so I could go into hiding. Oh, did you? Yeah. She did go through, yeah, she does do this. I'm not, you know, I am reviewing what is going on. And the thing is that there is a pattern of behaviour here. There's a pattern of behaviour. Is she chastened now? Does she regret some of the things she's done in the past? For relevance, she was making a foray into another country's culture. I hear her nowadays, she sort of gets a lot of our sayings. She kind of like understands us a bit more than what she did say a year, 2 years ago. I mean, I would never, ever assume to put myself out there as an English YouTuber commenting on American stuff. I mean, I'm going to get killed, you know, I mean, metaphorically. That's what they want. Don't let the bar stewards grind you down. Yeah, but I mean, when all things are equal, they were having this big internecine warfare on X. We had Team Atalanta against Team Hesketh, who didn't have any soccer accounts. She only had all of them. Then you had Malice and Viley. Now, Malice and Viley used to call all the time her daughter a slur. So it begins with M, ends in G, and has got an ON in the middle, and it's a slur for Down syndrome. Now, she used to do it every day, all day. Yeah? Slur after slur after slur against her daughter. She readily forgave Malice and Viley. Now, when they became friends, what happened was Hesketh groomed Misha because she was after getting in with a little bit of Eric. I don't know why, but whatever. Do you know what I mean? So move on from that. Yeah, there's no accounting for taste, is there? So for whatever reason, I think basically because she knew damn well Michelle has got the hots for Eric. There you go, I put it out there. It's not our business who she's got the hots for. It's not our business who he doesn't want to be with or does want to be with. Okay? It's also not her business. It's none of her business. And she zoned in, got, oh, she's such a this, she's such a that. But she went out of her way to annoy her. She went out of her way to crucify her. If Hesketh is such a victim, wouldn't she just be pleased that she's left her alone? Wouldn't she? She's got her Eric, she's doing her Eric over there, she's screaming, Gerty Rood, and doing her own shit. Wouldn't she just be pleased with that? No, she's got to pursue her because she's got a vendetta with Michelle. And I think, well, I don't think, I know that she's after a little bit of the old...
It says a lot. We need a big diversion.
Oh, you're a perversion. Right, well, we don't need a perversion. Sorry, I've got adverts because I've got my Prime here and now it's not letting me do it. Right.
Your dumbass.
Oh, sentence and then...
Right, let me just see this.
This mental patient took a lie down. As soon as she knew I was going to...
So she always picks his place so more talented than me. You're very talented. You're all talented. Everybody's got their own vibe. Everybody brings something to the table, darling. You shouldn't put yourself against other people. I'm sure she thinks you're very talented. But, you know, everyone's got their thing. But it makes me laugh. I piss myself at the pics I take of their nook. Yeah. What's a nook in English? I disagree. Your sense of humour is something else. It is. She's very funny. She's very left field. She keeps calling Michelle a mental patient all the way through, from the beginning right through to the end. She stresses to her audience, her gullible mugs, that she's a mental patient. So we're then being treated to somebody that's quite sociopathic, because she did the same to me. She went on X and told everybody not to listen to a word I say because I've got Alzheimer's, and then bullied the shit out of me, absolutely crucified me. Day in, day out, hours and hours at a time. live after live. I mean, there's one she did 7 hours talking about me. Abject bullshit. Luckily, I've never seen it. Definitely. So she pursues people. I didn't engage with her. I left her to get on with it because I was too busy doing other things. And Gertie's so funny. Yes, they are. So she loves the drama. She thrives on causing the chaos. She thrives on causing the drama. She puts a label on someone. You're a sugar. You're a sugar. Or you're a mental patient. Or you've got Alzheimer's. Good morning, Agnes. Good morning, sweetheart. Gertie is more empathic than me. I'll take no prisoners. Yeah. Empathetic. Yeah. Well, I try not to be nowadays to get me, capiche. But the call it stating unequivocally, like she's some expert, that Michelle, oh, it's a mental patient. Every other word, mental patient. She's a mental patient. If she's a mental patient, should you be laughing at her, bitch? Should you be doing that? Or does that make you a nasty, bleeding, vindictive, vitriolic cabbage? Does it make you that? Because me thinketh it does, darling. It does.
Did this live in a week. She took a live down where Paula had been commenting, stupid things like, who's Fiona?
Yeah.
Just last week.
Oh, she's so butthurt. The Fiona doesn't know. The Paula doesn't know who Fiona is. She's just really, really butthurt that Paula is friends with Michelle. Paula's a big creator. She can't work out the triumphate that the fact that Paula is friends with Molly, and if Paula doesn't like her, it's probably because of Molly, and it's also because she collabed with what's his name? Stupid BS. What is it? Boolocks. What's his name? The ginger bleed whinger. Didn't the one that's I'm leaving on a jet plane? Charlie Manson. That's it. I knew it would come to me eventually. So yeah, collab going back 21. She used to collab. I think Paula tried to raise him up and help him. She approached him because she really thought he was a charity veteran person. Obviously, she was mugged off, completely mugged off, and made a fool of. And I think the charity commission got onto her and warned her not to have any more dealings with Charlie because he was a rip-off. Sure, there's something like that happened. So, at any rate, my enemy's enemy is my friend's sort of bullshit. Fifi, anybody that Charlie Manson doesn't like, Fifi has to target. She has to target. She's got to target them. She's got to malign them. She's got to lie about them. She's got to cause chaos and drama. And she doesn't like the fact that Michelle's a small channel and Paula's got hold of her because Paula's probably seen her being dogpiled by, what's her name, stupid bollocks, the boat Bint. And probably just wanted to give her a bit of support because she knows what it's like. She got dogpiled by Charlie Manson's people. Molly's been dogpiled. I've been dogpiled. I mean, the things that they leave. I have to keep leaving disclaimers saying if you do come over, yes, that's right, Paula Charlie. Yeah, well, if you do come over from the boat Bint and you leave disgusting comments like you killed your husband, you horrible, ugly, fat bitch, Avid sent me, we all love Avid, why don't you die? All these comments I've had, and it took me a while to realise that I just report them. You report them. If you're a commentator and you leave a threatening, had it with Malice and Viley, threatening to take my child off me. So, I'm going to report you to social services and take your child off you. You shouldn't have a child. Report, that comment went. Straight away it went. And I think they took her commentating channel. She can make another commentating channel, but she lost that one. Okay, that's what happens. It doesn't take hardly anything. It probably takes one complaint. If you make a disgusting comment that's obviously meant to cause alarm, distress and harassment, or threatening somebody, an outright threat, I'm going to get your child taken off you, is an outright threat, they would just remove your channel. So she doesn't care. She whips her people up into a thing, and they in the comments, if you go through her comments, there's commentators there going, well, I've been on Paula's and I've told Paula this and I've said that to Paula, because they all want to smack on the bum from like Lafifa Arena, don't they? Oh, I'm so wonderful. 60,000 bots. Well, she's probably got about 50,000 bots and the rest are real. Let's
Very
go.
confusing and very conflicting. Now, I honest to God don't know if
Go
Paula
on.
knows what this woman is doing.
No one cares.
I dare say Paula doesn't sit and watch dedicated hour upon hour upon hour upon hour upon this mental patient.
Listen, Paula's not demented. What do you think? She's a mental patient as well. Paula knows what goes on X, and she knows that you're in the centre of everything on X. You are in the centre of everything on X, along with Charlie Manson's other ex-girlfriend. Yeah, you and her hold the fort on X. You and her cause all the trouble on X. You get everybody involved. You get a load of male veterans, right? Well, you didn't, but the other she did. Yeah, you get all your little people involved. Charlie's got all his little acolytes. He's got the Skeletor on there. The Skeletor crosses over and is friends with one of Atalanta's personas, which Atalanta is just one woman. Which I've told you the other day is rather weird because Ren's on holiday at the moment, and also Tia Twattery isn't uploading because she's not very well. Oh, not very well for the next fortnight. And Ren's not very well either. Well, she's all right, but she's on hollybobs. So, I mean, make of that what you will. People that don't see what's going on, right? People have lots and lots of different personas, and they play into those personas. Normal, everyday people like me and you, we don't understand that. Well, I do now, but I didn't before. I used to think that all of them were separate people. They're not. They're mainly one person. 3, 4, 5, 6 accounts, spreading vitriol, held by one person. Hesketh's the same. When her husband was alive, he had a load of sock accounts, and I knew the name of most of them. And I'm going to be a bitch and say that he did make a comment once that I didn't understand. That he said, I'm worried that when I go, she will get herself into a lot of trouble on YouTube. Yeah. So, and I didn't understand what he meant because I really didn't at the time. I thought the sun shone out of her ass, which is her way. She's a psychopath, so people get into that thing. I began to see towards the end. I did begin to see. Good morning, Gerty Rood, double with design Diablo. Gerty Rood in chat. Oh, hello, darling. God, I'm honoured to have you here. He was a Labrador Retriever, was he? What did he retrieve? Right, so let's go.
Puts up. I mean, what does this mean? It's a diversion.
It's a diversion.
Divert something. Well,
it's a diversion. You bleeding ignoramus.
oh, I'm not diverting anything.
You're a div.
I'm fucking doing a live on my channel, bringing this to life.
Right, good.
So what the hell is this diversion to talk
Diversion
about? What's this horse shit?
Yeah. You know, they like to use me as their diversion or you as their diversion.
Oh, because she's been hanging with the Americans, hasn't she? So she says diversion. It's a diversion if you're British. But I've noticed she's sort of coming out with what was it she was saying? I got a receipts. I thought, what the fuck? Can you stop chomping on his bleeding American poo-poo, please? Because we don't want to hear this. And then she goes on about, oh, she went on to SoFlo. SoFlo is an American creator, and he did a couple of things about her, Hesketh. And she makes out that Michel got onto SoFlo. Michel didn't get onto SoFlo. SoFlo got onto SoFlo. He just does whatever he wants. He comes across people. He had a vibe with Eric. So he started like making videos about Michel. And also because he probably watches the chat and saw her in there metaphorically sucking him. Yeah, he went into her background, Hesketh's background, the boat bin. And then did some cartoons of, I don't know, AI of Graham and something. I don't know, I don't care. Right? But she's trying to make out, oh, that was Michel. No, it wasn't. That was just SoFlo. That's what he does. I mean, to say he's American, I don't get the American vibe because it's their culture. It's not our culture. Right, let's go. Come on.
No, I don't. I talk about Meghan and Harry.
Oh, God, here we go.
Mental patient. You're the one who spends your entire life in your mother's basement.
Right.
Talking about me, how my husband's not really dead.
Yes.
He didn't really die of cancer.
Right, I'll stop you there because wasn't it not long ago that you were crucifying me over that? So was it me that spread that around according to your infantile little mind, or was it Michel? Can you just alight and keep it on one person and stop changing? Because a few weeks ago, it was Gerty Rood that did that. I mean, luckily, I didn't. SoFlo was an interesting character. He is a very interesting character. I didn't even know I'd been blamed for that. I didn't know because I don't watch her. Yeah? I've only watched this for yous. I'm doing it for yous. I was late. Yeah. So, I mean, I didn't know I was getting the blame for it. It's like last summer when they were ringing up police for child protection. Stuff was going on online that I didn't have any insight into. Yeah? And I was getting blamed for it. You got that Skeletor making ridiculous memes about me sending poison pen letters, so I can only read between the lines and think, well, somebody sent somebody a letter and I'm getting the blame, probably. When everybody that knows me knows that isn't me. If I've got something to say, I will say it. And not only that, if I do something, it's an email. No, literally nobody sends snail mail. unless you're like 70 odd, like Skeletor, and that's her vibe. But you see, conversely, straight away I was brung to mind of the fact that everybody was receiving anonymous emails from somebody who actually turned out to be, right, drum roll, brrr, Skeletor. So Skeletor was sending anonymous emails around to everybody, shit stirring and causing problems, and then goes on her channel and accuses me, Gerty Rood, of sending poison pen letters when I haven't got a clue what she's on about. I don't watch her. Someone sent me the meme of it. Ridiculous old boot. Welcome to my world, Gertie. I get accused of shit. I'm done. Yeah, I do all the time, babe. Like I work. I've got far too big a house for myself and my grandson, and I've got fur babies. I've got a job. I've got a family. I've got things I do. You know, I'm a widow, so everything I do, everything that gets done, I do it. Or it doesn't get done. I don't like have a husband to share half and half with anymore. I'm far too busy. This used to be my hobby, but it's fast becoming a sort of what is it? What was it you say? I don't know. I think it's something I'm doing for the world. There you go. It's a charity. Diablo. Yeah. Fleabag. Yeah. Let's get on with Fleabag.
That my channel is the worst thing anybody's ever done on YouTube.
It is.
I'll replay that bit. That was
bullshit.
I put that up earlier.
People, when they're getting...
Yeah, well, no one cares. Right, we're gonna go into an advert because I've got.
Yes.
Sorry, I haven't got the thing on it. So.
Oli and Paul.
Right, so we're going into 1 hour 1 minute now. So I'm so bored of it.
Well, I mean, this is this mental patient naming Megan's molar Paula M.
Yeah.
Not Fiona.
Right.
Phoebe lives on a motor boat.
Yes, you do.
Hold up, Alex. Hold up.
But you see how she puts up all those disgusting images? I'm supposed to be pulling weeds from the driveway. Oh no, gardener, darling, get a gardener. That's what I do. Just, do you know what I mean? Chuck a couple of quid. I always think if you throw money at something, it will go away. I did put a bit of a clover out once. Did you? Yeah. So basically, you've got this going on here, and we're going to carry on. We're going to crack on with this.
Oh no. Yeah. See, this is the part that
She's tugging on a bifter herself here when she's talking about Michelle with the THC and this, that, and the other. She's actually got a massive bifter. She's trying to make out it's a cigarette. But Gerty Rood is here to tell you what she's got hanging out of her gob is a bifter. And as I say, it's project onto everybody else. What she does, she project onto other people. The fact that she's paid Eric money, I think, has been an ongoing thing. She's literally paid him to not be friends with her anymore, is my opinion. That's my opinion. And got in there and mixed the pot because she's so jealous. She, for some reason, fixated and obsessed on Eric. And everything she does now is to get his attention. It's to say, look, I'm here for you. This is what I'm doing for you. Without realising that if she wasn't in the picture, Michelle and him would be BFFs again. They'd be BFFs. They've been BFFs for a very long time. That is their business, Boat Bint. Nothing to do with you, Boat Bint. Okay? That's the way that people, adults, roll. It's not your business. We're not in the playground where you break up friends and you do this and you do that and you make a load of Chinese whispers and defame people and get people targeted and make up lies and blah, blah, blah. That's not what's happening here. Okay? You think it is, but it ain't. You're just making yourself look like a turkey. Well, and a snitch.
Odette, Munchie, Fiona.
Right, I've got to explain again. With Munchie is one of Eric's moderators. I
Yes.
don't know the lady.
Right.
She seems a perfectly pleasant lady.
She comes from Colorado and she seems perfectly pleasant, unlike you. Right, let's go. Hurry up. Bored. Right, what's going on now?
Because this woman has made such a holy show. This is a part
Right.
of Graham's death certificate. And yes, I have felt the need to show this.
Oh, for frick's sake. No one cares. Why? It's sympathy, isn't it? Oh, this is what she's done. What have you done to me? She doesn't actually remember the fact that she's took the piss out of my husband that died of cancer. She goes on and on and on about that stupid skeleton meme that Michelle made, and she forgave Michelle for when she was grooming Michelle because she wanted Michelle to give her an introduction to MobTube via Eric Foss. And the only way she could get in, because she was just an old boot in the chat, but if she could groom Michelle to give her an introduction, she could then go in there with, what would you call it? Rings and trumpets and, bells. It's me, it's the great me, it's the great boat Bint. Yes, I'm a fugitive. She even changed her name from Avid Gardner to the Fugitive or whatever, some bullshit she comes out with. But she's the worst fugitive ever because everyone knew where she was. I don't buy any of that bullshit she come out with. Oh yeah, it ran out of time. Well, they've just extradited somebody that did a load of fraud with OAPs from Portugal or Spain. Yeah, it was Spain. Yeah, like years ago. There's no such thing. So how are you going to get out of that one? The reason you got out of it is because of your parents. And the reason you behaved the way you did is because you knew your parents would have your back. Because you knew that if you went to court, the papers would get hold of your parents and who your parents were, and they would do a deep dive. It would be splashed everywhere. And your parents had enough, what would you call it, clout, to get that removed. The same reason why you had your own parents burgled, darling, isn't it really? Because you knew your parents wouldn't go to the police, wouldn't go and do what they should do with you, which is put you over their knee and give you a damn good spanking. That's what you bloody needed. Actually, scrub that. That's probably what she wants Eric to do. You're a right little Mary. And you played them knowing damn well you'd get away with it because of who they knew. They could pull strings. This is my opinion. Actually, it's not my opinion. I've looked into it. It's bullshit. If they wanted to extradite you, they would have extradited you. And coming out with this, oh yeah, well it was out of thing, they didn't do the bullshit. Don't lie. Well, actually, you could even lie straight in bed. So there we go. Let's go.
People out there who've believed this woman that Graham didn't die of cancer, that he didn't
Oh,
die,
shut up.
They were lying.
I can go.
Oh, well, that keeps going into adverts. Well, I mean, the thing is, she's just absolutely needs everybody, well, her subs, to pity her because her husband died like 2 years ago. He and his sister probably have written a book. It's in Tom Jr. video. Into Tom Jr. No, it's adverts, babe, because I've got premium on this channel. I'm playing Gerty Rood 2 because I've got Gerty Rood 1 up here. Well, I've got Gerty Rood 1 and Gerty Rood and then Gerty Rood 1. I'm playing it on Rood 1. So it keeps coming up with adverts. But basically, she goes on about the skeleton. She made a meme, a skeleton. Well, you were sat in somebody's back garden, weren't you? You was skanky, filthy, disgusting hovel in Kent with the eponymous offspring of yours. And in the background was hanging a skeleton. You know, one of these medical skeleton things. And she made a disgusting joke about it being Alex's dead wife who died with their unborn child in a house fire. But it's okay for her. See, that's okay for her. And of course, she goes on to saying this. If you go and watch it, actually, don't give her the view. But she never does anything like that. No, she doesn't. No. So it's everybody else. It's Alex. It's Paula. It's Michelle. It's Molly. It's me. It's RG. It's Paz. It's Cabby. It's everybody. It's never her. It's never her. You know, it's all of you girls. It's all of the people that she's had a pop at, or she doesn't like, or she's tried to ruin, like me. Going as far as I say, to reporting my child to the police, saying that they'd seen me on multiple occasions abuse him. Twice they did that. Twice. For what? For the shits and clicks. Alex is fun. You should pop in chat. He does sometimes, darling. But, I mean, they bully Alex. What he does is he does a reaction video genre. He's entitled to do that. He takes clips of what she says herself. She'll tell her people, oh, he's taking it out of context. No, he's not. He's not taking anything out of context. When you get your newborn baby, a picture of your newborn grandchild, hold it up to the camera and say, look, this is the baby's face when he hears Alex. Ha, 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 ha. Right? You are weaponizing your newborn child just like you weaponize your bloody subs and viewers. Right? Both you and Charlie Manson do it. You think that they're your own little army of people. You need calling out. Tricky is packing his yellow suitcase. He can piss right off. Well, we've been here before with him. I literally don't care. I don't think he'll go shit anywhere. I don't think he will. And if he does go over there, they'll get pissed off and he'll be sent back over here, I reckon. You know, let's hope, you know, the Northern Ireland situation. Do you get me, Capiche? Are they still going around? Are they? Please say they are. The real, them people. You know, the Catholic people. You know them lot. Sinn Féin. Let's just hope they're still out there. Horrible little man. It's a pity he's not packing his YouTube suitcase. No. So, anyway, she made this 2 hours or whatever it was, excoriating. Michelle meltdown, lying out of her arse. Michelle's took me apart. She had a real vendetta against me. Fuck knows why, I don't know why. She was a bit out of, you know, she is what she is. But she doesn't deserve to be broken. She doesn't deserve to be pushed to the point where she's had a breakdown. I'm not saying she's had a breakdown. She'll probably say she didn't have a breakdown. But from what I could my opinion, listening to her, she was on the edge. She was definitely hanging well over the edge. She'd been pushed so far by Eric, especially Eric, who for whatever reason, which is none of our business, she absolutely fucking adores him. She does. I don't know why. I don't know why. But there's no accounting for taste, and it's her business. He's American like her. It's her business. It's not our business. It's not Bint's business. But what is we can take away from it is money is being paid under the table. I think, and I believe, and that's my opinion, to keep them two apart. And, you know, men like him, from his background, money would do it every day. Is Baltimore so bereft of decent men that a woman that looks as fit as Melty does, which all these pictures have been edited, they make her look mental, to be honest. Well, that's the idea. Just to humiliate her, to degrade her, and also, like, all the comments were, oh yeah, she's mental, you should call the police on her. Oh, she's done that. She called Interpol. She calls the police on everyone. She did a round robin to all the police, what do you call it, police chiefs. Me, there was Kaylee, there was all sorts of people on there, RG, there's all loads of people. She did it. This whole load of, oh, I think they were tagged in Sussex police, Kent police, this police, that police. Yeah, and then goes and sits on YouTube, what's it called, MobTube. Oh no, I never call the police on anyone. You're the biggest cop caller going. You're never off the phone to the cops. You're never not emailing the cops. And any time I've spoken to the police and your name has come up, which has been quite a lot from them to me, right? And I couldn't understand. I could not understand why they kept asking me about you. Well, I can now. I was so bloody innocent. I was so gullible, so naive. No, not no more. I could not understand, but they despise you. It's like when I said about with last year with the report in my child, and I was speaking to the police about the boat bin, Charlie Manson and everything. I said, oh, she's always emailing. I said, oh no, that just goes in the bin. We don't listen to that. We're going to the junk file. No one wants to know anything that she's got to say. Yeah, she's not even good at being a criminal. She's a failed criminal. She's a grass. SoFlo was positing the fact that she actually grassed her late husband up and got him put in jail to save herself. I mean, is that a thing? Do we know? Do we care? Nobody cares. But it's a thing. I won't put it past her. It's not nice to take the piss out of people's looks, especially when the piss. I tell you, she's an absolute fucking horrible bitch. Hello, Kebula. Keb's in the house, everybody. Woo woo. It's the Kebula. It's the Cabacious Keb. Hello, sweetheart. So, we have here the maligned, witchy boat Bint popping off at Seashell, who's young enough to be her daughter. She's had my back a few times, Michelle, which is why I've got hers now. I can't say too much because the person involved in this sentence is otherwise detained at the moment, and I can't mention the person's name. But I did, as you all know, get absolutely stalked to death, really. There was a time I actually considered offing myself. It was so bad, boat Bint, yeah. It was so awful. And it's horrible when you're hounded by males. It's one thing when it's females. I can handle females every day of the week. But when it's males, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, in fact 5 sometimes, I had comments on X saying that they were going to pass her over to me. I'll fucking ruin her. I'll ruin her life. I read them. I read the comments because I was aligned with Bint. You come under fire then, and I thought I was really protecting her. I thought she was really being bullied. I didn't for a minute think Absolutely Atrocious was her. I didn't for a minute think that Pretty Little Bling was her. Pretty Little Bling was there. It was one of her accounts run by her and an offspring. Let's just say an offspring to be polite. Somebody that actually Michelle always defends, and I just, I just, I roll, shake my head, SMH, because she's so determined to think that this offspring is a dear, sweet innocent. She's not. She's evil like the tree she fell off. She is effing evil. Whether she would be if she got away from the malignancy, I think she's going to pay a lot of money in therapy by the time she's like in her 40s, when actually it will hit her what's been going on. Either that or she's inherited the genes that make you a psychopath. How did she get that house? That's interesting. Have you ever been on her stepchildren's Facebook pages? Have you? That's an interesting read. That is a very interesting read. Am I talking out of school? No, because it's in the public domain. A lot of things that she likes to hide herself, and then she'll go out and make other people's lives a misery. Supposition, innuendo. She doesn't know anything. I mean, when they rang, what's her name, and told her that she wasn't a victim of serious assault. What's it got to do with you, Bint? It's got fuck all to do with you. You ought to mind your own bleeding business. But in that audio, I can also hear Michelle cackling away, laughing and thinking it's funny. God knows why. So I think there were times when, you know, she wasn't the best friend. And I think there was a time when she did pander. I mean, I was saying last autumn, she definitely wants to be in with Fief. I could just tell. I do this thing with words, how people use words, and you can read between words, can't you? And the yes, darling. Sorry, I've got a notification from TikTok, so I'll catch you up later. So I could tell by her rhetoric, cut a long story short, that she actually wanted to be in with Lafitte Farina and in with Charlie Manson. Probably in retrospect, she regrets that. But for whatever reason, she wanted to be in with Crimfluencers. That was her vibe. And I think she sort of sat on the outside, pissing into the tent for quite a while. Well, at some stage after the flag waving incident, Farina decided, I really like him. He's a little bit of a hero. Eric's a little bit of a hero because she's so vitriolic and so hateful towards Michelle. I mean, as I say, she forgave Malice and Viley, and she publicly accepted the apology from Michelle, who apologised a dozen times. But then she reneged on that and decided that she was going to bring it up ad infinitum forever after and not forgive her at all. But you're okay with Ren. When have you ever done anything? When have you ever copyright struck her? When have you ever said anything about M's and that? When have you? And people go, oh, don't have a pop at her. If you lot can't see who's behind Atalanta and Ren, I can't fucking help you anymore. Okay? It's so patently obvious what's going on. But they always get away with everything. It doesn't matter what persona she plays, whether it's Tay-Tay, Ren, Alan Dulles, Atalanta this, Atalanta that. I wouldn't be at all surprised, because Atalanta 23 went on the July 1st, 24, and came back as Ray of Sunshine, Bernie and the Carver, Atalanta the Assassin. And then out of nowhere came Atalanta 24, who was not nearly as disgusting. It was still horrible, but not nearly as bad as Atalanta 23. I wouldn't be at all surprised if that was Fifi. I wouldn't be at all surprised. Bronze seems to have Bronze seems to have drawn her own conclusion on that. She seems to have some evidential paper trail on that one, which I'm not privy to. But she seems to be certain on that. I mean, I don't know. But I wouldn't be at all surprised. They were all on there trolling, and they were all on there doing whatever they were doing to stop the police looking into Charlie Manson and his dire dealings of keeping all the charity money. There you go. And writing it all off against air quotes expenses. So like I've said before, and I'm going to say it again, if when he asked for money day in, day out on his channel, he said to people, Raising money for veterans, I'm going to spend £5 on them, keep the rest for expenses. Would he have raised as much money as he did, which was thousands and thousands? Would he have? I would say no. I would say no. So again, he was using his platform to defraud people. It wasn't the first time. We had the Filipino funeral grift that I was had my mind drawn to, that I'd forgotten, happily forgotten. I was accused of being we've all been accused of being Atalanta. Atalanta 24 was probably Bint. She's, actually, Atalanta 24 seemed to disappear around about the time of the funeral. Didn't they? And I know for a fact he had loads of soccer accounts. I know for a fact, because I did reaction videos on his soccer accounts. What was it called? One was a copper, You Nicked. One was called You Nicked, and one was called Absolutely Boring. Yeah, we've all been Spartacus. Have you been Atalanta? Do you want to join the club? No, you haven't. No, see? You're not important like me. I've been Atalanta. We've all been Atalanta. I mean, I was accused of spreading it around that what's his name, didn't have cancer. If he didn't have cancer, why did I waste an entire year having your back, you ungrateful old boot? And then she had the cheek to sit on her channel after the year she put me through, when I wanted to fucking end my life. It was hell. Absolute hell. You slept with Axl Rose. You slag. I'm really jealous. I'm really jealous. I'll probably have a heart attack, to be honest. Axl, can you sing me? What was my favourite? I don't know. Patience. I think Patience is a really good Guns N' Roses. I like all Guns N' Roses, to be honest, apart from the sheriff, who shot the sheriff, because no one cares about who. We don't. You know, I didn't care when Bob Marley was singing it, and I still don't care, whoever sings it, because they all do, shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy. No, really don't care, move on. They always do a cover of it, most of them do. So where were we with the cabbage? Yes, so she's full of bullshit. As I say, they had all of these different accounts, and I thought it was just, I was so gullible, I was such a moron. I mean, I'll never get caught again. Anyway, but whatever happens, Michelle doesn't deserve to be ground into the dirt. She's had it. She turned all of MobTube against her. I think there was a lot of antagonism from... The thing is, she's so thirsty for Eric, and men like Eric will play that. Other men wouldn't. They'd, either take up the offer and be grateful, or they would move away and not fan her fire. Well, Eric's playing both things. He's fanning her fire to keep her sweet, and that did cause a lot of... I don't know, it's because she can't bag him, I think. She just thinks everybody's after him. She does. I don't know why. I mean, not being funny, Misha, if you listen to this, you are more than welcome to him. Actually, scrub that. I don't think you'd want him now, would you? You know where he's been. Oh my God, the bulk bed. Have you got a clap clinic over there? Can you get clap through the Zoom? Can you? Can you get clap? Should we give her... We think she might have a bit of that, or he has. Eh? Neither did anyone else deserve to be ground into the dirt. Misha never gave a shit about that. No, I had it, babe. I had it too. Does it make it right, though? And if it's going to be pointed out, should it be the boat bin? Because everything she accuses Michelle of doing, she's done. She's done the same. She had the skeleton out and poked fun at... I've never, ever poked fun at people that are dead. Yes, you did. We've all seen it. You did it to Alex. And what has he ever done to you? What has he ever done to you? He's done nothing. Eric is revolting, yeah. All he ever does is reaction videos, which is an allowable genre. And you can't handle it. And it's the same as Michelle. She calls me out. She calls loads of people out. It's called content. It's her business. Don't like it, don't watch. I don't watch. I'm well aware I'm not siding with her. No, I'm not. I'm also not. I'm not condoning her behaviour. I'm a creator, so I'm like fair game. I am fair game. I recognise that. What has been my bête noire all the way through this is the way that content creators will use and abuse their audience, their subs, their viewers, their commentators. They will weaponise them against other people. They will also, if they don't creator, and then they see, I watch loads of people, I don't expect people to go, oh, well, you're in my, well, actually, to be honest, I don't go in chats. But if I did go in chat, I'm in a chat and then they're like, oh, we don't want you here because you're friends with them. It's pathetic. You're not in the playground. It's a fucking, what's it called? The technological superhighway. Okay? You can go where you want. You can make comments in any chat you want. You don't have to be, oh, well, I like this creator and this creator doesn't like that creator, so I can't go in their chat. And if you do go in their chat, you get screamed at and abused and blocked. Right? They both do it. Thief does it. Michelle does it. A lot of others do it as well. I'm not going to name because I'm not going to give them bloody airspace. Oh, sorry, I haven't got my glasses on. Yeah, you can be friends with other people. Yeah, you just use it as a tool to be used. It's not a pack mentality. I was played a piece of audio. No, it was visual and audio of Charlie from years ago saying, what I do is when people come for me, I simply stand back and let my subs get them. Because he goes on and plays and cries. Neither do I, but I never stops Misha mentioning names of those of us who left the community over a year ago. I'm very sorry. I'm sure she'd be chastened now. I'm sure she didn't mean it. I don't know what was going on in her head. I think she had a lot going on. I think she was in a lot of pain with her leg. She had her leg bound up. I think she probably had some pretty hardcore painkillers. This is my assumption. I mean, I don't know. She had some hardcore painkillers which probably interacted with her hardcore devil's lettuce, which is totally legal for her to lettuce on. She does like a nice bit of salad. But there again, so does Lafifa Arena, but we don't talk about that. She mixes that with alcohol, then comes on and spews her hatred. See, it's no good when you've done it. You know, you've laughed at somebody that's dead yourself, and then you're having a dig at somebody that, oh, well, she once made a meme, like years ago. He died freaking years ago. When did he die? 18 months ago? 19 months? It was ages ago. And since then, you accepted her apology. She apologised. I'm given to believe 4, 5, 6 times she apologised. Publicly apologised to her. So you probably get the idea that she also apologised privately. Because there was an instance where I was told that they were in Communicado, messaging and WhatsApping and phoning. And she really groomed Michelle. She really groomed Michelle to get in with Michelle. So Michelle could give her the credibility she needed to get that introduction to Eric. And then the clue is she changed her name to The Fugitive, didn't she? Oh, ex-fugitive. So she could be in with MobTube. That's how mental she is. She's an old granny and she's like, oh, I want to be in with all the criminals. That's why I call her the Quinfluencer. Quinfluencer in chief. It's the only thing she's ever done. It's her biggest, finest hour. Stupid bitch. Grow up. Right. She flip-flops. Yeah, don't talk to me about that old hag. Lyric as a medicine that put £30 on me. Did it, darling? Hi, Gertie. Oh, hello, Ali Macy. Hello, darling. TC wanted me blocked from every chat. Yeah, they tried that. See, I've told you before, you caused all that. I mean, you didn't. Not you, per se. But because he saw you in RG's chat, you had to be blocked everywhere. So he started going on at the young lad with the autism. And, you know, they can't account for people on them. If they're not them, then they're just fair game. I'm not his fucking mother, is what she said a few weeks ago. Well, does that matter? You don't need to be somebody's mother to actually realise that you can't bully somebody with autism. It's called human decency and being an adult and having compassion, and you don't behave like that. Obviously she does, because she's just a freaking... Oh, so many words I want to say, but I dare not this hour in the morning. She isn't. She still mentions my name and others who she hates, and we aren't there anymore. Does she? Let's hope she doesn't. True and irrevocably. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there is that to it. But it doesn't take away from the fact. I can't be anything but true to myself. I hate bullying. Okay? I didn't know that. I mean, I got it from her as well. Poor old Jackalily, who used to be... Oh, I can't think what her name was. But anyway, she's Julianne Lewis. She was blamed endlessly, crucified. And all she wanted to do was go in the chat and chat to her mates. And she was crucified endlessly for being Gerty Rood. Anybody that went on and had a sense of humour would be blamed. I mean, Nola's been marginalised by these people because Nola is known to be my friend and my mod. So she's been marginalised. She wasn't welcome in certain chats. It's just pathetic. It really is pathetic. But I don't think we need the influencer in chief telling anybody about morals. Let's put it that way. Because everything she sat on that live talking about, she's actually done herself. She's done it her bloody self. And she forgets about that. And she hopes, well, she really hopes that her subs don't get to know. But I know I've got some of you over here because you actually came over from her and then saw what was going on over here and made your own mind up about her. And that is all I hope. If out of this one live I've done or my posts, one person bothers to go and look for themselves, don't be led around by the nose by Fifarina, the fugitive, yeah, in her own words, ex-fugitive or whatever she is. I don't think she's an ex, I think she still is a fugitive. Should be bloody locked up in a mental home, you old boot. If one person can just use their own critical thinking and go and look yourself, it's like I've said about YouTube beef. You don't just go on and listen and think, oh, that must be true. Just goes to show the sum total of abject misery and dunceness, absolutely inanity of people that listen to her. I mean, they must have the brains of an aphid. Because the idea with YouTube beef is that you go and listen to everybody's side of the thing. That's the point of it. That is the point of it. Which is why she won't use any of our usernames anymore, because she knows she drives traffic to us. So she uses my real name, which is a privacy strike issue. I haven't bothered because I can't fucking bother the old boot. Lord Jim, we heard him tell Foxy he blocked me ages ago. His mods did. Yeah, he's a nasty, evil piece of work. Evil. You can tell when the footy starts. My husband has the team. Oh, bless you. Thank you, darling. Yeah, Ali May. Who's on tonight, Ali? I think she means American soccer, sweetheart. Or is it football? Had to be a nod, not Foxy. Collingwood and Geelong. Oh, so you're in Oz. Yes, you are in Oz, aren't you, darling? Sorry, I forgot. Yeah. Hawthorne doing all right. Oh, can you stop talking football, please? I want the attention. It's me. It's wonderful, marvellous me. Jacka Lily is lovely. Yeah, well, she got it for years. I think it got her down in the end, and I think she had to do a face reveal. And even then, they didn't believe her. These people are nuts, to be honest. But that wasn't me, show. That was somebody else who I can't talk about at the moment. But when I can, I will, trust me. But there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. And everything that is seen, there's just as much that's unseen. Everything that's said, there's just as much that remains unsaid. But I can't get away from the fact that this is a hatchet job, and she hasn't got anybody in her having her back. She is on her own, just like I was last year. I had nobody. I had a few people behind the scenes, but real people that are still with me now. But I didn't have anybody publicly come out and defend me. I had nobody to defend me. It was just open season on Gerty Rood. Gerty Rood's every shade of shit. You know, I lost, I don't know, 2,000 subs or something ridiculous because of her. And also him getting everyone to unsub to me and this, that, and the other, which you're not allowed to do. You can't call. Well, what he did is he did it behind the scenes. He emailed everybody round robin and said unsub to Gerty Rood because she's this, she's that, she's the other, and people can't discern and think, well, I'll go and have a look myself. I've done nothing. All I've done was call him out. I called her out for what she did, yeah, and I called him out for what he did. Because you remember the Foxy incident when I said, can you have my back and have a word with Charlie? And she made out it was a big thing that she could get and suck on his poo-poo. His pee-wee. Yeah. Oh, she asked me to choose between me and you, Charlie. You and her, and I chose you, Charlie. I really did, Charlie. Shall we do some Charlie? I need some bloody Charlie. You know what I mean? Idiot. Absolute idiot. And then to prove it, she brought the receipts. So she showed the actual message. And people were coming back to me going, well, I don't know why she showed that, because it just says exactly what you said and not what she said. She's a clown. And sat there at Christmas saying what a wonderful friend I was after nearly fucking killing me. Nearly fucking killing me. And I don't want, no matter what Michelle is, no matter what she's done, and I don't condone her behaviour towards some of the audience, and I don't condone her behaviour to some of the commentators. Of course I don't. I've got your backs. But she also doesn't need to be driven. There was a real point behind the scenes where we were all on Michelle watch between me and you. We were all really, really worried about where she was going to go and what was going to happen. You know, something's happened and she's bounced back, which I'm really happy about. I am. Onwards and upwards. She'll probably start shouting Gerty Rood soon again. Gerty Rood, Gerty Rood. Can't stop saying Gerty Rood. Just Gerty Rood. Crazy like a fool. Can't stop saying Gerty Rood. I mean, to be honest, with these people, you need to give them it back with knobs on. It's no good. Like, I had to stay quiet for a good reason. A good reason. Which will come to fruition eventually, darlings. But there is always a reason behind it. Once I could start coming back and I give it them back, that is the only thing. Nobody respects a victim. If you're going to lie down and let them walk all over you, not you guys, not the commentators, I'm talking about creator to creator, you've got to give them it back. And I'm sure the reason Paula said something to Michelle is because she felt the same as what I do. It doesn't matter what Michelle's done. She doesn't deserve to be driven to the brink of doing something ridiculous or something sad or tragic. Yeah? Which then she would have laughed at. She'd have thought that was, well, I told you she was a mental case. That would have been the next thing from her, wouldn't it? Anyway, I've said enough. How long have I been? Oh, yeah, 1 hour 31. Right. So it's brunch time for Gerty Roodius. Crows, my husband watching. Right. Catch you if you can. Foul mouth drunk. Yes, she is. CP. See, I had CPTSD anyway, so I get triggered the shit out of. But what I did is just don't engage, don't listen, don't watch, don't view. I told all my friends not to tell me anything as well, and just got on with what's called real life. It was only when I had started having the police at my door twice in a matter of months, saying that Charlie Manson, real name, read, because it's a child, there's no GDPR. Okay, there's no sort of like, oh, data protect. No, when a child's involved, they will read you the statement, tell you who sent it. Right? The statement he'd rung in was that he'd seen me personally witness me on a number of occasions abusing my child, and I had Alzheimer's. Well, that was from obviously Fee Farina. They'd obviously had their heads together because she spread it all over X that I had Alzheimer's, and not to believe me because I'd found out that she was behind the absolutely atrocious account. Basically, I'd found out from her late husband. There you go. There you go. That's how I found out. So I defend. Thank you, darling. I wouldn't say that too quickly. The people who unsub on command of another are sub you don't need. Yeah, they can piss off. Some of them have started coming back. And I'm so butthurt about them that yeah, because obviously I kept a list, a mental list in my mind. Thank you, Lord Jim Dandy, darling. I kept a thing in my mind, and I'm not sure whether I want them back. Or whether they pissed off, leave me alone. Hello, really, darling. I've got your chat open. Oh, did you? You still got your chat open? We should do more about the rave, shouldn't we? Oh, I could tell you lots of funny stories. Actually, scrub that, I can't, because a lot of them are pretty X-rated. And it involves, like, rugs, darling. My misspent youth. Oh, happy days. I tried to defend Michelle once, and when she was being fat body shamed, she didn't appreciate it. Far from it, she never does. Ra ra, Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen. Yeah, but I did Resputia Vulgaris, didn't I? I was like, Gerty Rood. Can't stop saying Gerty Rood. I only performed it twice, and she didn't like it at all. I got the message back. She did not like it. It really, really upset her. Which is not supposed to upset people. It's supposed to just be a laugh. When you are a public figure, basically you're a public figure. I'm a public figure. Whether I want to be or not, I am a public figure. I've got a social media presence. I have 5,000 subs or whatever. I've got quite a few on TikTok as well. So whether I like it or not, or whether I want to describe myself as it, I could stand next to you in a queue in Tesco's and you wouldn't recognise me, trust me. No matter what photographs they've showed you of me, you would not recognise me if I stood next to you, okay? So Gerty Rood, the character, is a public figure, and I'm going to get critiqued. I'm going to get people like me, other creators, critiquing me and commentating on me. They're allowed to do that. But conversely, they have to then be prepared for me to take the piss. You know, that's the thing. And that is what I should have done. I should never have just crawled away, and which is what they wanted. But I think at the time she was also trying to get Fifarina to like her and to see her loyalty credentials. Oh, I'm so loyal to you. I'm taking out Gerty Rood for you. You know, that bullshit. And also, she's got some pretty toxic mods that she's got to get hold of. I mean, it's her business, not my business. I don't care. My funny stories. Oh my God, I've got worse than that, babe. Honestly, I'll tell you in real time. Where do you live? Do you live in Sussex or Hampshire or Kent, babe? Area. Just say the area, don't say the town. Yeah. Because, I got another there. That's right, it's TikTok. Yes, darling, I'll get back to you, sweetheart. Nice hippity boy for the time. Fingers crossed, no. I paid for funeral up front, no extra cost for family. Yeah, well, I could speak out of school about a lot of things, but I keep my mouth shut. But a funeral grift in the Philippines was a thing. That was a big thing when he grifted a load a few years ago. For Gwen's, was it brother? Don't care. Over 50 watching, they're all hate watchers, babe. Hopefully. Well, I mean, someone. It's a critique in public figures. I never was, but was lied about and driven to leave the community. Yeah, this, again, I've got your back. And it's not the first time I've said it. I've said it across a number of forums in a number of ways. I'm getting like a bloody old foggle now. Like the test card, aren't I? I don't agree with content creators weaponising their subs and viewers, or as I like to call the audience. The audience is the audience. You should respect your audience. Without an audience, we are just literally talking to ourselves on a phone. Okay? So people that do, and I'm including Michelle, and I'm including Fifarina, I'm including everybody that does it, Charlie Manson does it, all of them that do it, they deserve to be where they are, which is like in the middle of nowhere. I'm in the middle of nowhere, and it's worrying me. Oh, sorry, well, let's not talk about Fauci, please. Oh, don't tell me. Yeah, we'll do that, babe, later. What are we on today? Is it Thursday? Oh, we'll do that Saturday. I saw Nola, however, his silence spoke volume. Yeah, well, it's a get out of jail free card, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, I can't remember. I wasn't there. Weren't me, Gov. Weren't me, honest, Gov. Weren't me. So basically, we're in a shit pen of Fifarina's own making, and she's chucking 400 quid. This thing is trying to make you believe she's a widow. She ain't got no money. I mean, I hope he was good for 400 quid. Do you get me? On Zoom. I hope you got what you wanted out of that, love. And then, and hang on a minute before we go. Oh, yes. She goes on this live, yeah, saying, like they do. They always blame everybody else for what they do. She tells her audience, listen to this, hold everything that's freaking holy, ladies. And Jim. She tells everybody, yeah, oh, hello, Gertie. Glad to see you. Hello, SS, sweetheart, darling. I love you. I've seen you here before, you know. She tells her whole audience, Michelle is very rude and disgusting about women's sexual genitals. About their... I was just as well I wasn't having a coffee. It was just as well I wasn't having a coffee. Or it's just as well I wasn't having a coffee in the marina in bloody Gibraltar, bitch. My God, the hypocrisy of this woman. She never stops talking about women's genitals. I have never heard Michelle talk about women's genitals. Even she wouldn't go that low. Well, not even, scrub the even bit. I think she's a lot more articulate than that. She gets the subject, have you ever need to have any soccer accounts? Do you think I've got any soccer accounts? I just couldn't believe the woman. She's such a liar. And of course, her gullible mugs, which is what they call their viewers, by the way, behind the scenes, yes. Charlie Manson as well, he's the one that coined the phrase. If he wants something new, he just tells his gullible mugs and they buy it for him. There you go. That's from the horse's mouth. Call me a liar, believe me, or believe Charlie Manson. It's your business, yeah? That is what he's quoted as saying. Really haven't watched a thing. Smell pineapple, yeah, well, we won't go there, babe. We won't go there. I just think it's incredibly sad. I think she really, he's not going to get much better. He's not going to get much better. Well, depends what he's... Do you know what I mean? I don't know who he thinks he is, really. I think she can do a lot better. There you go. I've said it. Oh, there you go. I think she can do a hell of a lot better. I think she struggles with her mental health as well. for whatever reason. I heard somebody else come up there. I won't say his name because he's not a very nice man. That's my opinion. And he was being really quite with her. Didn't like it. Sort of mocking her. Oh, sorry, I meant somebody loves you. I mean, it's a nice thing. It's not a nasty thing. It's not something you exploit and laugh at. We're not in the playground. You fancy her. It's pathetic. It's their business. She loves him. That's it. Leave them to it. But she goes on off. No, La Fifarina. Let's get back to La Fifarina. Wind it back. Prickly as a pineapple. Yeah, well, we won't talk about that, sweetheart. The pineapple went off before I had a chance to do the skit. That's because I bought a pineapple. Do you remember I told you? So, let's have a drink of water, actually. That will solve it. So, Fifarina told her subs, viewers, and willing dupes that she doesn't say anything. When have you ever known me to talk about women's genitals? When have you ever known me to do this, that, and the other? Completely missing the point that she goes on other people's channels and does it. She gets mugs like Dents to start channels. And I see Dents has made about 100 Sister Bernice channels now as well, isn't she? Yes, that's another letter to YouTube Central, isn't it? Yes, it is. That's another mass letter. She's banned and shouldn't be on here. She's banned for life and shouldn't be on here. She can make 1 million Sister Bernice channels. It doesn't alter or detract from the fact it's an illegal channel. She shouldn't be on here. She's barred. She's banned. I watched it and was like, what the fuck? Their landlord's chatting on there and all sorts. Who? Who's chatting? Taking fruit and veggies? No, let's not talk about fruit and veggies. Dents named Dents for good reason, yeah. Oh, hello, Andragoyne. Andragoyne. Hello, darling. Hello. Andragoyne's in the house, troops. Andragoyne. Yes, oh my God, you're animals. I can't with some people. I cannot. I just can't. Honest to God. What is the matter with people? Oh, I think until we actually start to... Hello, sweetheart. Until, as a society, we start actually doing something. I mean, it's hard enough to get them to put away people that outrage children, and I'm using the word outrage circumspectly, outrage children. Let alone animals. It's just. You sent a nasty tweet and you're in there for a couple of years. Do you get me? Oh, kill a puppy. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah. Oh, £50 fine. Bullshit. Until they actually start putting people first and putting these creatures first. That is debases our society, that you can behave outrageously to children, outrageously to creatures, and just basically get a smack on the bloody wrist. It makes our whole society seem disgusting and quite a den of iniquity, to be honest. And it will keep happening. Honest to God, I'd like 2 minutes with them. I'd give them what for. I'd take my handbag. It's a Black House recent video about Sean Atwood. I don't watch Sean Atwood. Oh, I don't watch him per se, but I do watch the when he did Kevin Annett, the residential schools in Canada guy. I've been watching him on for years. I think I saw him on Sky 200 or 201. He was on the conspiracy channels, or what I used to call them conspiracy channels, but they weren't. Can you stop going on your salad and veggie innuendos, darling? Lord Jim, come on now. Come on, troops. Dentist Moose, she is really. Wasn't it somebody saying that she's actually come out and said that she's not a real person, she's a catfish? No one cares. Thick as shit. Lord Jim's cheeky. Yeah, he is. He's cheeky, but he's harmless, and he doesn't deserve to be ganged up on again. It was I don't like. Who do they think they are? I mean, they're watching other people's chats that they don't like, so they hate watching another channel, and then they see someone on that channel commenting, and then they all message each other, which is how it goes, because I've been behind the scenes, right? And then you get all these messages saying, oh, you've got to block that person, you've got to do this, you can't have that person in your chat. How about you fuck off? Mind your own business. I'd rather have an ice cream than an alcoholic drink. I need an alcoholic drink after this lot, to be honest. I'm going to have to wait till 5, 6 o'clock, though. Oh, dear, never mind. I'll have a nice cup of tea. I go have a look. Do you think it's a true Royal Tea House? If it's got scones and tea cakes, darlings. Yes, oat. What was it they used to have? Oat cakes. Apparently, it was the old Queen mums used to like her oat cakes, Scottish oat cakes with honey. Catch you if you can. Seems real enough. There were. Anyway, so we've done what we've done. Michelle doesn't deserve to be bullied to death. I didn't deserve to be dogpiled and bullied after death. I didn't deserve to have my child. He was alarmed and distressed. And harassment, alarm, and distress. He hasn't been charged with it. It's on record. Charlie Manson. It's on record. So if he does it again, they will then charge him with this as well. But he will come up on enhanced DB criminal check, not the everyday one, but the enhanced one. So and I will be there to remind everybody and anybody that they need to check his record when he does do whatever he does. Whatever he does, I will be there poised, ready. Trust me. He should not be around children. That is my opinion, based on a lot of experience. No, Gertie, you certainly think Karma will catch him. No. Oh, you're back, Hippity, darling. Hello, thank you. Yeah, we were talking about you. But we all got it. We all got it from Michelle. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry about Chemical Alchemist. What's her name, darling? Chemical Alchemist? I like Chemical Alchemist. Lyrical. Kept thinking Chemical Brothers for some reason. Hope Karma bites all their sorry asses. Yeah. I mean, you've got such a hench background, darling. I would have thought it's water off the duck's back for you, sweetheart. You really shouldn't let it get to you. Don't. I know it's hard not to take it personal, but you're safe here, and I respect my audience. And all I can do is say every day, if I have to, that people should respect their audience. They're not to be weaponised. Now, you can go away, go in FIFA Arena's chat. You might have a sock account and go in a dozen people's chat. It's your business. It's not my business. I don't care. I'm worried about who comes onto my channel, in my chat, in this moment, in this time, at this hour. I don't really care where people go. As I say, it's a technological superhighway. You can go where the flip you want. And it's not for creators to gang up on people and say, well, you've been on this channel and you've been on that channel and you're associated with this person, you're associated with that person. It's none of their business. And when you see creators that do that, you've got to look and think, what is their discernible talent? What are they bringing to the table? Do they talk about politics? Do they do cooking? Have they got, say, a gun collection like Graham used to have? And he used to do aviation. He actually had a genre. This is where he was with Kaylee. She lied again. Oh, Kaylee Rayner was one of my subs. No, she wasn't. She's always hated her. Everybody hates her. She's a fucking annoying, big mouth trollop. Yeah? Because Kaylee was a veteran, and all these men were a hell of a lot older than Kaylee, by the way, she felt a propensity to support a channel where he was a veteran because the late husband was a veteran, apparently, allegedly. I mean, I don't know. Don't quote me on it. But apparently he was a veteran. So Kaylee was actually, because I've spoken to her about it, Kaylee was sub to Graham because he was a veteran and she felt like a loyalty. So she subbed to him. But she was there for his talk about the army and flying and stuff like that. Because that's her thing, that's her area. I'm sure she's done parachuting. Something like that. I've heard of people that, I can't say his name, but a particular one going, oh, well, you're only a med-doc. I saw you were a med-doc. So thick, they can't even say the word medic. Yeah, a med-doc that runs into a battle, right? While people like you and Charlie Manson are hiding behind the Portaloos, love. Okay, so let's get this right. He's got a girlfriend. Has he got a girlfriend called Callie? Yes, yeah, right. Well, we all know about this Callie. Oh, is that what you're on about? Yeah, Callie. Yeah, she got put in prison because she ran over I think it was a Romanian immigrant or migrant lad, and run away. What's it called? Hit run. She but that is such old news. And he did spin it rather successfully, but I was there because that was in lockdown. That's before I had my channel, and I was going between different creators the same because we were all like captive audience. And when he said that he was just pretending to be taking something and it was only Ajax, it wasn't people. It wasn't. If you know what you're looking at, that wasn't. He was doing what he was doing. But she's a little minx because she was a lady of the night. And I mean, if you're going to be locked down for months on end and you're a single man, at least be locked down with a woman of the night. Do you get me, capiche? So that was where Callie was. So, and then we had all this actual photographs, didn't we? That were most unbecoming in the eponymous Mr. Atwood's flat. Oh, I did think that was all funny. It was so fun, but it was like an episode of EastEnders, because you then go across to Andrew Goyne, who called him out on it. Yeah, so that's how I knew Andrew Goyne. We all go over there, and then we go over James English, because he had a pretend beef with James English over the lockdown, but it was to raise revenue. So they needed to do. Oh yeah, we had Alex Belfield as well. But oh no, the Callie was hilarious, and then she was on her knees in a little Miss Muffin. Oh, Mary, quite good. Oh, what was it? No, the sheep one. Little Bo Peep. She was dressed up like Little Bo Peep, and she was in between the eponymous Atwood's legs, looking up at the camera. So you've got to discern that he was looking down, holding the iPhone at her, and she was obviously in his crutch regions, darlings. Oh dear, and there was a lot of pearl clutching, and there was a lot of like gathering of skirts and running for the hills. Oh my God, this is so de rigueur. Oh my God, she's dressed as... They said she was dressed as a little girl. She was dressed as a Bo Peep. That little Bo Peep bullshit. So, because she was scared that she had her teeth into him, she's a cunning little thing, like, ladies of the night, you need to live by your wits, don't you? So, and she had quite a few wits. They were quite big wits as well. And she used those wits at every available opportunity. And one of the opportunities was when she was at a nice shebang in the eponymous flat with the eponymous's cameraman, and they didn't realise that she'd switched her phone on and was filming them doing stuff that they probably shouldn't have been doing. Colombian marching powder. Let's just say that. And then because he realised that she had it on film, and then she showed the film, because he threw her out the flat. I think that's the way. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but some bullshit like that. He got fed up with her and her Ooey Annie. You know, he wanted Ooey Annie out of there. I think her Ooey Annie was more dangerous than COVID. So in the end, I think he bunged her out of there. But then, of course, she put the thing up. She put the thing up. I did do a thing about her. Or I had one worked out for her, and then she disappeared off the scene. Because it was just after that I started my channel. And I'm sure I had her chasing Prince Andrew over the Queen Elizabeth Bridge going into Wales. Is it Queen Elizabeth Bridge? Going into Wales. You know the bridge you go over into Wales. I had some parody worked out for her anyway. But then she ran, because even though she was the lady of the night, she did have horse. She had horse. You know, she used to ride this bleeding horse everywhere. So, yeah, then she got put in prison, and I don't think I've heard much of her. Didn't Sean pay his rent? I think he paid everybody's rent, babe. I think he paid his rent. He weren't renting. She was renting. She was renting her, what's it out? A Punani. Apparently he raised over 500 to house her and only sent the landlord half of some. Probably, yes, probably. But there again, not being, you are dealing with the brass. I mean, where are we with Boat Bint? With defecating on coffee tables and working on the chat lines. You know, we're in the same we're in the same glass houses, aren't we? Glass houses. Yeah, we are. R.I.P. Wally. Well, of course she had Wally shut down. Of course she did. I mean, the funny thing is that the way she goes for me, and yet I'm the same age as Wally, when she had Wally terminated. And they were determined to get me terminated as well. But hello, I'm still here. Bin bag day. Oh, it's the Thursday today. It's the Thursday to put the bins out. He won't put the bins out because he's in a bad mood now. Did shows with Katie Hopkins. Yeah, they did. Yeah, I'm not going to comment on that. Because, to be honest, I don't know. I was just spun out. I hadn't heard here of it before yesterday. I was just spun out. I hadn't heard of it. Oh, you didn't hear of what the Atwood and Callie. I'm just going to put my bins out. Right, well, I've had enough to say. I've said too much. Let's bugger off. It was funny. When I look back on it now, it's sort of like YouTube history. You heard yesterday. It's YouTube history, that whole shenanigans with Sean Atwood. But I did kind of admire him, the way he wangled his way out of that. That would take a lot of wangling, but he managed it. He managed it, and of course, once he got back after the lockdown, then he could just carry steaming on ahead. And of course, when he met Jen, we were all like breathe a sigh of relief. And the bullshit stories that, oh my god, I don't want to be a bitch. But let's just put it this way. Hello, Jim. Bye, darling. Thank you for being here, babe. Thank you, Jim. The bullshit stories that Jen did to capture him was just amazing. She was almost like the you know, the kitty catcher. Not that he's a kiddie, but you know, with the big net chasing him down the road. That's where I had her metaphorically, chasing him down the road with this big net, determined to catch her man. I'm gonna catch my man. But she did it. She did it. And bloody, do you know what I mean to her? She gave him a baby, and he's a happy man now. And sometimes men don't know what they want until you've given what they want. You've told them what they want or showed them what they want. And yeah, that was another interesting story going on there about being broken into and that bullshit. Although none of us bought it. We all knew, Jen. We all knew. We thought, oh, kudos to you, love, kudos, because you got there in the end. You got there, and then when she was pregnant, well, I was getting quite upset because he was overdue. Yes, he was. He was in prison in the US. He was out of the rave scene. Yeah, he makes a big deal about selling ease and everything, but it was like a lot more than ease, and that's his business, not my business. And I'm hardly going to say anything when I've used the services of people like that myself, you know, in the past when I was young. So I'm not going to sit here and sling stones. There was nothing that gave an indication of when it happened. Oh no, it happened during the lockdown. So what you're saying is somebody is doing a reaction to him, and they've brought out all the old screenshots and old videos. Yeah, it's sort of all passé and de rigueur. It's so summer 2020, darling. It's all gone. I just remember laughing because I knew what's happening. Do you know what I mean? I just remember laughing. So some people would think, oh my God, some people would actually believe the bullshit. So, oh yeah, he was just pretending it was Ajax. Nobody puts Ajax up their bloody nose. Not unless you want to burn your brains out. Do you know what I mean? Have you ever tried it? No, scrub that. Don't. Listen. We don't want any commentators doing things like that. Yeah, you do that. I knew what he was doing. I also, because I've been around men like him all my life, I know that he's full of shit. I know he's backing out. Basically, he's a businessman. He himself. Yeah, he's got his Ron Swanson. Gerty Rood is Gin and Skins. Gin and Skins is Gerty Rood's Ron Swanson. Yeah, can you like and subscribe to Gerty Rood channel? I'll be back with some more inane crap. Dingo Dave can go F himself. Don't like him. Don't like that dirty old perv rocker. He can go F himself as well. And I know he's a member of the audience, but he needs to remember that himself and keep himself away from English women. We don't want to know him. Yeah. Gin and Skins. Yeah. Do you know what? Some people like her. She's Marmite. Some people like her and some people hate her. It's the voice, isn't it? They don't like the voice. Some people don't like the voice. Hello, mental people. Hello, all you mental people. He calls us gaggle of geese better than sheep. I don't care what he calls us. He can F off. He can F off. I don't like the way he is. I don't like men bullying women, you know. Because it's like what they do to Misha. They're men. Do you know what? When Watcher are crazy rips shreds out of Misha, I'm laughing. And when Misha rips shreds out of Watcher are crazy, I'm laughing. It's the same as when Molly was doing it. I gauged the repartee, the repertoire, whatever the word is, repartee, the report, you know, because she's so quick. The ad lib, like when Molly was doing it to the Sidley twins. I mean, she was doing it ad lib. She was totally in the zone. She didn't need a script. She was Mr. Concerned. The gusset quality bloke is funny. Yeah, I have to do him again. It's just the heating at the moment, darling, and my house is so overly hot. It's ridiculous. And this is winter when it's overly cold. In winter, it's often colder in here than it is when I go outside. And conversely, in summer, it's often hotter in here than even when I go outside. It's a relief to go outside because it's actually cooler. And it's actually baking hot. I don't know what it is. They're new builds. They've been built mental. I could really do with not living in a new build, to be honest. It's this time of year that I really wished I lived in a brick building or something where it's nice and cold. Wigs in the heat would be torture. Yeah, it is. It just what do you call it? Just paws off me. It's not pleasant to look at. UK homes are weird. Yeah, it's the regulations. They have to put lagging in, but I think what they do is they put it in. It doesn't actually say what way you have to put it in. As long as you put it in. If you've put it in the wrong way, don't care. And it's not only me. A lot of people, all my neighbours, and we're a mixture of people that rent like me. I'm like privately rented, and other people are like owner occupiers. Doesn't matter who you are, they're all the same. Absolutely piping hot in summer, and conversely, bitterly bloody cold in winter. You cannot warm these houses in winter. It's ridiculous. You just have to wear whatever layers. A big birthday bash live with the old ladies. What old ladies, darling? Yeah, so anyway, I think we've done the FIFA Arena. She's the biggest hypocrite on earth. She needs to stand away from Derek. I don't know if he's interested in her one little bit. He likes her money, so he'll play her along like he plays, he is what he is. I mean, it's on the tin, isn't it? He's a member of MobTube. What do you expect? He's not a choir boy, is he? I'm an old house. 17th century. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because it's nice and cool. And conversely, probably in winter, when it heats up in there, it will keep it warmer. The stone, won't it? Yeah. Yeah. You're not an old lady. Shut up, Nola. You're not an old lady. None of us are old. We're elderly, but we're not old. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to bugger off and leave you. I'll be back Saturday. Love you and leave you. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Thank you, Lord D, for being our male. Thank you for Androgoy, for Nola, for Julia, for Diablo, for Ravy, Sheena, Lyrical Alchemist, and all my lovely friends. You're not nearly 80. Be quiet. Stop. Right. Love you and leave you. See you Saturday. Bye, Hippity Hop. Pay a visit. You can pay. Oh, that old boot. Right. Bye.